Alright then, welcome back. Yesterday we annexed Galich. Was Galich, right? No, Rostov. And also, Finland got its independence. And I immediately took it away. Don't worry, this wasn't through war, this was through diplomacy. I'll probably keep them around for them to deal with stuff like the Karelians. Not the Ingrians though, I think I can deal with them myself. I'm gonna wait on technology and ideas until corruption drops down a lot more, though that's gonna take a few years. In the meantime, I'll just be gathering up points. Slowly waiting and preparing for stuff to happen. Like maybe taking on Novgorod. I think I'll actually need the admin points more than 200 ducats. Money isn't going... I'm not really able to do much with money at the moment. Ah. I could use more fully maintained forts. This would be a nice spot for that. Let's get one set up. There we are. There will be a fort here. Additionally, it's wooded hills, so I will get a combat advantage in this area as long as someone's sieging down the fort. Because when the fort's under siege and the defending army comes in and attacks, then an army comes in and attacks, then the attacking armor is actually not attacking armor. Attacking army is considered the defender, so they get all the defensive combat bonuses. It's nice to abuse that. In fact, most of my military combat style involves that. Interesting. Well, I won't say no to some extra cash. And estate loyalty. In fact, I think I can actually start prepping up for building an education system earlier than anticipated. Yeah, I think I should actually start investing into it again. Since for the time being, I'm unable to really invest in anything else, other than both Novgorods, at least both of them that are under my control. I think there's other Novgorods, I mean, what does Novgorod mean in Russian anyway? I could just look it up. Yippee. Alright, now to actually look it up. Unless something gets away again. Novgorod means new town. I think it's about time to start getting ready for a war. I'm also gonna go ahead and finally start spending on education. I'd like to hit normal levels of education. There we go, and it should rise quickly. Sure, it's nice to have all that extra money, however, I would also like to have an easier time with technology and ideas. I don't think I even need to do the rest after this point. Loot, not loot, but occupy the rest. Wow. Still aggressive expansion that I need to burn off. Oh. Okay, remove your cores on my provinces. Thank you very much. I'd rather not deal with that. And one ducat. Just one. And this is now their capital. Okay, so I just need to get sovereignty of Rise in. So all I need in order to form Russia is literally just this province right here. This small little province, which is a vassal of Lithuania, who's a junior partner of Poland, who happens to be allied with Hungary and Kamin. Now Kamin's a big deal at all. It's... yeah. Hungary, though, they also have the junior partners of Albania and Padua. Who's Padua? There, found the Italian miner. Yep. Hooray! I've increased the nation rank. I'm now major. I think that means I get an extra merchant. I mean, I still have nothing I can do with it, but... yep, extra merchant. Because I'm collecting in yet another node I don't have, or have hardly anything in. Yeah, so something I've recently figured out how to do is... there was an issue with recording M&T beforehand in that if I were to change mods or versions, then the specific music settings that I would have on which songs are active and which aren't, which is pretty important because some of these aren't allowed on YouTube. they get copyright claims, more or less. So I won't, even if I were able to monetize the videos, I wouldn't get money for it. And I'd like to reduce that in case, you know, monetization ever occurs. Yeah. However, every time I would change mods or change version numbers, etc., it would wipe which songs were turned off. However, and similar thing, if you've ever seen me get annoyed over pause on events, yeah. However, I did figure out where that information is stored. The options is literally stored in the settings text file inside the documents location of the application. The Steam version of Open Universalis 4 actually has two locations, one in Steam apps, the other in the documents under Paradox Interactive. So, yeah, it's in the settings in the documents Paradox Interactive folder, right inside the first layer of the Open Universalis 4 layer folder. And the, well, parliamentarians. Anyway, back to what I was saying. As well as the song choices, that's stored under the playlist folder as the default text file. It's literally called default. So I went ahead and copied both settings and playlist files, and then I checked to make sure that I actually stored that stuff and worked properly. If I were to paste them back in after swapping around mods, did work, actually. And now it's stored under a special mod folder called M&T Music. I originally wanted to create a copy of the music folder that M&T has in order to be able to keep the playlist around, because, well, it maintains the information on the base game songs because they're a constant. You always have those, so if you turn one of them off, boom, it's turned off until you turn it back on. Whereas if you turn one of the mod songs off, it's turned off until you swap around mods and it comes back on because it's on by default. Yeah. That was my original plan, however, once I realized I could just copy and paste files like that, might as well. So literally now it's just a storage folder with the text files in them, and I just need to copy, paste, and replace every time I want to go back to recording. So now I've actually started playing EU4 again, something other than M&T, for personal enjoyment, using other mods. Okay. Now in education, improving 0.9% per year. I'm gonna make an endowment to make this even faster. 500 ducats. Enjoy. Hopefully it goes faster. I would like it to, so that I increase again once I'm ready with corruption. Grab tech and ideas and like. Might finish off quantity I didn't. Probably get as much culture ideas as I can. Though maybe I will wait on getting scientific encouragement before grabbing the rest of quantity ideas. Actually, that's probably a good idea. I need Militech in order to be able to properly fight against the Commonwealth. Or, well, the Proto-Commonwealth. On the other hand, the best tech they have, 16 Militech-wise. And I'm at 15. Seems like the ahead of time tech level would be 17, or they're still ahead of time present. But not maybe 9. No. In tech. Now, I forcibly turned Novgorod backwater and figured because of how the generic Separatists work, also applied to That also ended up applying to Finland as well. I'd like to know about students and universities. Okay, so all of my slots are full. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need more universities if I want to take full advantage of stuff. Of course, in order to make university, I need a town hall. This is currently the only province that even has a level. Well, this province can also do it, but it's... yeah, Greater Nobles. Which is amazing. This one's controlled by lesser nobles, which are the easiest estate to control. As just build one of these, and then kaboom, local university. Then later on, well, eventually it's going to hit the population requirement because this thing has a basic gravity of 10, and the gravity modifier is always above 1, so eventually it's going to hit 10k population. Go to workshop. Further increasing the number of production centers. Economics. More is better. Always. I guess. I don't know. I just play the game. The air is greedy. Lovely. So it would be 20 unrest per... yeah, that wouldn't be an issue. Global institutions for... ooh. Spanking's reaching here because of arts center spread. And that can't be turned off, at least not easily. That's good. Well, where's the closest arts center? Well, there isn't one in Prussia as far as I can see. Maybe in Poland? Yeah. Krakow's now an art center. Combination of university and it doesn't appear to be anything else. University was enough. Okay. Of course, I can do two things with it. Oh. This gets me more money. This makes it a little bit easier to fight. This gets me more money and makes sure that banking comes here a little bit sooner. It's still gonna take a while. Right, and there's no such thing as state edicts, that has been disabled. Indemnity. Let's become more like Novgorod. Just bestow privilege. Yes, this. Extra production power at the cost of the increase of the estate's influence, which runs it. And the burghers usually have a very low level of influence because cities take a while to build up. And a small percentage of the court wealth gets sent directly to the estate as income. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm basically spending a little bit more money to make protection power stronger. It also gives them 20 loyalty. And some stat points. Which is good. Okay. Right, I'm good for now. Stop bringing up corruption. My income is back to normal. Instead of being just at 15, now it's at 22. Yes. Rooting out corruption is incredibly expensive, and I'd like to not do it often. I could use that extra number of states, and will also unlock for me. No, capitals aren't unlocked, but I need the extra state. Bryansk? Oh yeah, I didn't state this stuff yet. However, I'd rather stay in Novgorod, because it's just more valuable. Right, Veliki Novgorod is now stated to be a port, so... yeah, resting point for autonomy is now at 55%. Which it will be, once the fact that it's the state comes into effect. I also need a new idea group. Well, economic. I'm not going to touch religious since I'm not going to have to deal with anything religion related for a while. Oh, I forgot to do Miltech. That's what I was forgetting. Alright, I'm ahead of time again. No worries. Is that Frankish cans? I guess don't get those. Wait a second. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, this has to be the case. Yep. That pretty much confirms it, looking through the names. Different tech groups get different artillery guns. However, the game's not designed to handle that, at least not completely. So, as a result, I get to see all indicators of new artillery, even when I don't get them. Isn't that lovely? Yes! Nice amount of cash. And then I'm gonna need to use some admin points to reduce that inflation. Is there anything interesting I can build? The warehouse district, Veliki Novgorod. Definitely. But Novgorod. I'll probably build a city hall in order to speed up the growth of the city. Murder influence, however, is still really low. I would like for it to be higher. Of course, growing population is the fastest. Growing urban population is the fastest way to get that done. Of course, in order to do that, I need another couple months of earning ducats, which of course will take time. However, I'm earning around 20 ducats a month, so. Great, okay. Gonna need another few months. Find some encouragement to make these ideas cheaper, etc, etc, etc. We also want to make sure I've got good military tech. Anyway, actually I probably should recap first. Here's map. So I grabbed these 3 provinces off of Novgorod, now that we have these 2 provinces. I don't know why they have this province, but they do. These 2 aren't cored yet because they still have unrest. Well, two of the original electors have died. So now, instead of Brandenburg and Pfalzgraf, we have Henneberg and Württemberg. Württemberg? Also, I can see Somalia now. Looks like this stuff's been decolonized. Okay. So I guess North Africa stretches all the way up here. And it looks like they have the Sahara tribes. Yep. Aha! And Mali still exists. It's a one-province minor. Yeah. Wow. And Granada Jesus. Okay then. And there's an actual war going on in Ireland. It's just a travel guide, okay. Carry on. Scotland hasn't died yet. Amazing, isn't it? Oh, I can see all of Asia now, too. This feels a little early, but okay. So, yep. This is terrifying looking. This is Mongolistan, Proxim, Siena. And Korea no longer exists. It's been eaten by Han. Wow. Okay. In fact, it's become primarily Korean. Okay, this is seriously weird. But I guess I'll take it. Anyway. Before I get any more sidetracked. Save the game. Okay, maybe not 60 years. No, just 16. I'm looking at the Majapahit game I had there. Anyway. See you again next time. Until then, bye.